as?
Primary root.
No, it is known as root system. What it is known as?
Root
Root
system.
system.
Root system. The main root is known as primary root. What it is known as?
Prime root.
Primary root. And the root hairs which is coming out of it,
Root.
like this, like this. This is known as what it is known as? Secondary root.
Root system.
Secondary root.
Secondary root. Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Above the soil, above the earth, what we get? Stem. What we get? Stem. Please close your mic. Thank you. What is this known as? Stem. Agree? Hello, boys.
Yes.
Okay. Now, please close your mic. Put off your mic. Now, this is one juncture. The other one is one juncture like this. So, this is called as node. What it is called as? Node. So, between two nodes is called as internode. What it is called as, beta?
Internode.
One thing you have understood? Okay. In between
Yes.
a branch and the stem, you get a bird. Can you see the bird? Yes? So can you see the bird over here?
Yes. Yes.
Again, here you can see the bird. This is a
Yes.
place where you get the branch. What you get? Branch. Okay? From this bird, you get branch. What is this? Leaf. Stem we already know. Stem we already know. Right? This is a stem. Now, first we will talk about flower. You can see the flower. From flower, what we get? What we get? From flower, what we get? Hello? From flower, what do we
Yes,
get?
ma'am.
Fruit, isn't
Fruit.
it? So these are the parts of the plant. Any problem? Any
No.
problem? Okay. Now you see the portion which is above the soil is called as shoot system.
Shoot system.
What is known as shoot system, which is above the soil. And the one which is below the soil is known as root system. Got it? Got it? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
See what is reproduction in plants. Read better.
Reproduction in plants. Reproduction is the process of producing young ones from their parents.
We have already studied what is reproduction. That we get new babies, we get young ones, that is babies from their parents. That is the process which is called as reproduction. We are going to read three types of reproduction, namely, first one is, what is first one beta? Asexual reproduction. What it is? Asexual reproduction, where sex is not required. That is called as asexual reproduction. Please read. Read. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, why is it not
Please read
there?
it better. Okay,
Can't
now
hear.
it will come. It will come. Due to this network problem, sometime it happens. So stay with me for some time. It will be okay. Okay? Please read better.
Single parent is involved simple division of a plant body into two or more parts or formation of spores. Spores.
Spores. Okay. So what happens if this is a plant, for example, if this is a plant body, so it divides. When it divides, it becomes two body. Further it divides. Again it becomes four body. You getting my point? This is how the body divides. It may divide into two or more, and so many babies will happen, and it will look similar to the parent. You understood? Or at times, a body can start giving spores, thousands of spores. You break from here, you get thousands of spores. Got it now? So these are the means, this is the mechanism by which asexual reproduction takes place. Any problem?
No.
Any problem? Now we come to vegetative reproduction. Yes, please read. Read better. Read. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Yeah, read it better.
Okay, ma'am. Cell tissues of part of an organ of a plant develops into new organism.
Okay. The for example, this is a plant, and I take a leaf, or I take a branch. I cut a piece of the branch, and I put in the soil. What will happen? I can get another tree or another plant. So from this piece, I get this much. You understand? Hello. This is called as vegetative. What it is called as vegetative propagation. Got vegetative propagation. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear? Hello, boys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can even take a leaf. It's called biofilm leaf. When this leaf falls from a plant, it puts itself onto the soil, and from here I can get a new plant. From the notches, I can get another new plants. This is a way of again vegetative propagation. That is, from a leaf I can get one, two, three, four, five, six. I can get six plants from one leaf. Can you imagine? This is also a means of vegetative propagation. So any part of the plant can give rise to a new plant. That is called as vegetative. Even the rose plant you see at home is we obtain from cutting. You know that? We obtain from cutting. You take a piece of stem and you cut it. This is called as cutting. And you put it in the soil. You get a new rose plant. You get a new rose plant from this cutting of the rose. Is it clear? So these are called as vegetative reproduction. Now we come to sexual reproduction. Yes, but say, read better.
Okay, ma'am. Two parents are involved. Confusions of male and female gametes
Gametes.
produce yes, ma'am, zygote which develop into seed.
What happens over here? Here two parents are involved, male and female. Male and female has got cells which are known as gametes. When they unite, they form zygote, and when zygote further develops, it develops into seed. And from the seed, we get a baby. You got it? That baby plant, isn't it? When we germinate, when the seed germinates, we get a baby plant. You agree? Do you agree? Hello? When you put seed in the soil, you get a baby plant, isn't it? Boys,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
hear me? Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Please read the slide. Please read the slide.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am. Reproduction is the production of new individuals from their parents. The vegetative parts of the plants are the roots, stem, and leaves. The
Stand, stand.
reproduct okay, ma'am. The
Then,
reproductive parts of the plants are the flowers. In plants, there are two main types of reproductions. They are asexual
asexual.
reproduction and sexual reproductions.
Fine. So, what is reproduction? We are getting new babies from the parents, new individuals from the parents. There are two parts. One is vegetative parts, which are namely roots, stems, and leaves. And the reproductive parts are just flowers. You understand now? So, we are segregating the plant into two, that is vegetative and reproductive. Vegetative are everything except the flowers, and reproductive parts are only the flowers. Okay. Based on this, we are having two types of reproduction. One is asexual and the other one is sexual. We are going to read asexual reproduction. Please read. Please read.
Okay, ma'am. Asexual reproduction in asexual reproduction, new plants without the
Close your
help
mic
of seeds.
first.
Okay, what, ma'am?
Adjust your mic. Adjust your mic.
Okay, ma'am.
Lots
Okay,
of
okay,
background
okay.
problems are there.
Asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, new plants without the help of seeds. Sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, new plants are produced from seeds.
So, what is the difference between asexual and sexual? Seeds. Yes, many seeds. In asexual reproduction, seeds are not required, but in sexual reproduction, seeds are required. You understood? That's the only difference. Don't you think so? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Right? So seeds are the main category, main feature. In sexual reproduction, seeds are required. In asexual reproduction, seeds are not required. We will do asexual reproduction now. Start.
What, ma'am? Asexual reproduction.
Yes, start.
In plants, there are asexual reproduction. In plants, there are different types of asexual reproductions. They are vegetative
Propagation,
propagation, budding, yes, ma'am, propagation, budding, farm,
fragmentation,
fog, fragmentation,
fragmentation. फिर से बोलो.
fragmentation,
Fragmentation.
yes, ma'am,
Yes. I said
fragmentation,
read it again.
spore,
Yes.
yes,
Spore
for
formation.
formation, etc.
So what are the asexual reproduction? Namely, one is vegetative propagation, second is budding, fragmentation, spore formation. So we are going to read one by one all these types of asexual reproduction. First one that we are going to take up is vegetative propagation. Start. Start.
Okay, ma'am. Vegetative propagation. In this method, new plants are reproduced from the vegetative parts like the roots, stem or leaves.
Stem better. It is not
And
steam.
uh,
Stem.
stem or leaves. Egg, egg. If the stem cutting of the rose plant of a rose plant or money plant is planted in the soil, we can get a new plant. Potato has small buds called eyes. If a part of the potato with an eye is cut and planted in the soil, we can get a new plant. If a part of ginger is planted in the soil, we can get a new plant.
Okay. Then
मैम हो गया oh bryophy,
still have bryophyllum.
bryophyllum has buds in the leaves. If a part of the leaves with Uh, if a part of the leaves with bud is planted in the soil, we can get a new plant. If a part of a cactus plant is planted in the soil, we can get a new plant.
Understood now? What is this? When you were reading, were you able to understand? Yes. Hello. Hello, boys.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming.
It will. It will. Hang on for some time. It will come. Now. Now is it okay? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Please close your mic. Please close your mic. Yeah. Now is it okay?
No.
Now is it okay?
No, what, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Fine. Now, what is vegetative propagation? What we saw was we are taking root, stem, and leaves. What are we taking, beta? Root,
Root
stem,
stem.
and leaves. From there, we are getting new plants, right? Let's take. First, we will take rose plant. I already taught you that we will take a cutting. We take a money plant. Again, we take a cutting and put in water on the soil. We get a new plant. Yes or no? Have you observed that? When you take a cutting of money plant or a rose plant and put it in the soil, we get a new plant. Have you observed that? Hello. Have you observed that?
Yes.
Yes. Now, during rainy season, in potatoes, you can see small, small plants coming out from the potatoes. Have you observed that anytime?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So these are called as buds. What are they called as? Buds. And where you get buds? Now, if this is a potato, you can see this sort of structure. Yes or no? And you can see this dot dot structure, which is called as eye. What it is called as beta? Eye. Have you observed these structures on the potatoes?
Yes.
Yes. From here, a new plant will come. Have you observed this? See. Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay. So these are called as buds. Now, if I cut this portion, this much of portion, if I cut, and you put in the soil, I will get a new plant. So I will get a new plant from the buds, from the eyes of the potatoes, right? Same way, you have seen ginger. Have you seen ginger? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ginger you know. Now you take a piece of ginger, cut it, and put in the soil. You will get a new plant. Got it? You will get a new ginger. The
Ma'am, I have grown aloe vera, but it is clay soil, so it is not growing.
okay, so you have to use another soil. Just now I talked about this leaf, remember?
Yes.
This is called as bryophyllum leaf. Which leaf I'm talking about? Bryophyllum. Now these are the buds. At the notch they have got buds. From these buds, new plant will come up. So if this part I cut and put in the soil, I get a new plant. Okay? So this is called as bryophyllum. Which is the name of the plant? Bryophyllum. Same way, you know cactus? So these are cactus. You know cactus, isn't it? It's got lots of thorns. Yes?
Yes.
Prickly thorns. Now if you cut this portion, or if you
And
cut
the
this
good one
portion,
so.
yes, and you put it in the soil, you get a new plant. Any problem regarding vegetative reproduction, beta?
Yes. And cactus also grow like this. Cut and
Yes,
put in
yes,
soil.
yes, yes, yes. See, we are not going to put in the soil. Automatically it happens. Nature, from the nature, it breaks, maybe due to any calamity or due to
Aloe
any
vera also.
accident. Aloe vera also. It falls onto the soil and automatically it starts becoming a new plant, isn't it? You understood now? So, any problem regarding this vegetative
No.
propagation, beta? All of you, the whole class, boys, all of
Yes.
you. It's not only Sahil, but all of you should understand. All of you understood? Yes? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see. First one is stem cutting of rose.
Yes.
See, the cut is like this. Can you see this cut? It is oblique.
Yes.
See this cut? It is never like this. It is never straight, but it is always oblique. Like this it is. It is never, this is wrong, and this is right. Okay? Any problem? So this is how when you put it in the soil, you get a new plant. So this is rose. You can see over here money plant. Take a piece and put in the soil, it will go. Then you can see the potato. Can you see this? Sprouts, the birds coming out. Hello?
Yes.
So
Yes,
these are
ma'am.
the birds. Can you see the birds of the potato? So
Yes.
this is called as eyes. Now this is ginger. You see this ginger? You got a new
This is
plant.
onion, ma'am.
No, this is
Green
ginger.
onion.
This is ginger.
Okay, ma'am.
This is bryophyllum. Can you see this bryophyllum I showed you just now? So from the
Yes.
leaf
Yes.
edge, you can see this from this leaf edge, you get a new plant. Okay, and this is cactus. You see the cactus with flowers?
Babul.
Yes, this is how it grows. Okay, this is how it grows.
Yes, ma'am.
If it falls down a piece, for example, if even this much of piece falls down, that will develop into a new plant. Okay, any
Yes.
problem so far in this vegetable reproduction?
No.
All of you understood? Okay, yes. Now more into detail regarding now vegetative propagation we have done. This is vegetative, right? Now we will do more formation of asexual reproduction, more types of asexual. Please read. Read better.
Asexual reproduction. Formation of new plants from the cell of a single parent. Budding, fragmentation, spore formation. Budding, a small bulb-like circular cellu-
Cellular.
cellular out- outgrowth called bud is formed on parent cell that develops into an independent organism. Yeast. Fragmentation. The adult organism breaks up into two or more pieces called fragments, which which grows to become a new plant. Algae, Spirogyra,
Gyra.
or
Fucus. Fucus.
fucus. Spore formation. Parent plant produce microscopic
Microscopic.
microscopic microscopic single or multi-celled spherical bodies which germinate into new plants during favor,
Favorable.
favorable condition. Ferns, mosses.
Mosses. Okay. Budding is what? Did I teach you budding? Remember what I've shown you?
Yes, ma'am.
This is yeast. And then the curd. How you make curd? This is the bud. This is called as budding. What it is called, beta?
Buddy.
Budding.
Yes.
Budding. It is yeast.
By yeast.
I've already taught you this one. Yes. So you get small buds from the parent cell, and it develops very fast. And the whole milk gets converted into curd. Yes, that is called as budding. Now we come to fragmentation. For example, this is a algae, Spirogyra. If it breaks into two, this and this one, A and B will become an adult. From one piece, I will get two pieces, two individuals. That is called as fragmentation. What is fragmentation? Is breaking apart. So it breaks and becomes two matured organism. Right? So what is the example? Spirogyra. So when an adult organism breaks into two pieces, these pieces becomes a new adult plant. That is called fragmentation. Now we come to third, spore formation. For example, this parent
Wow.
plant it is producing, it will burst and then it produces spores. Okay, it produces spores and then the spores will germinate and become a new plant. This is in ferns and mosses. Okay, now you see over here. This is one cell. Can you see this? And you can see the small bud coming out. You see this bud, beta? This is the bud. Okay, this bud will grow. Can you see the bud over here? Boys, can you see the bird?
Yes.
Yes. This bird is becoming big. This bird is again becoming big.
Yes.
See? Can you see this bird? Now this bird will separate and it will behave like a adult organism. Okay? Understood? See. You can see over here. It will break. One is this and one is the other one. So this is how they multiply. They grow. They develop. Okay, so this is yeast and budding. Now we see spirogyra. This is a parent plant. Now it breaks and it becomes one and two. Two plants I got from a parent plant. Yes, you can see over here. You get some spores on it like this. Like this, you get spores.
Ma'am, what is this?
This is fawns. This is a fawn. When we meet, I will show you how does it look like. So you get the spores under the leaves. Okay, you get spores under the leaves, and from the spore, the plant is from one spore. From this spore, we get the whole plant. Can you imagine? So this is the spore formation. Okay, from one spore we get a new plant. Any problem?
No.
Okay. So you got all the three types of uh, formation of new plants from a single plant, a mean of asexual reproduction. One is budding, the other is fragmentation, and the third one is spore. I've shown you with all the diagrams. Any problems so far, beta? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll do one by one. Okay, I will explain to you one by one. Yes, please read.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Budding. मैम ये इजी मतलब आगे
Example.
एग्जाम्पल
Example, beta.
बडी example yes yes
East.
in
East
the
it is.
yeast in this method a small projection called bud is formed on the yeast cell. The bud grows and becomes a new yeast cell. The new yeast cell also grows and produce more yeast cell.
So what
Number
we
one.
see over here, a small projection called bud. Now this is the yeast cell. Can you see this? Okay. This is the yeast cell. Can you see this? This one? Single yeast cell. A small projection. Can you see this projection? It has come out from which is called as bud. So we get a bud on the yeast cell. You agree? Then it starts growing and it forms a new cell. Now this cell will become again it will start budding and will add to the population of the yeast cells. So it keeps on growing, it keeps on producing more and more yeast cells and convert the milk into curd. Any problem? Any problem?
No, ma'am.
This is how the budding takes place. See. And then this divides and again it will become like this. This falls again it will become like this. So many are dividing and redividing and just overnight the milk changes to curd. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Any problem with that? So all of you understood what is budding?
Yes.
Okay.
And your voice is not coming. Your screen is also not
Now we'll see
presenting.
fragmentation. Please read.
Ma'am, is this presenting? Is network problem, Kyle?
My screen is not presenting? Yeah, maybe my screen is presenting better. If you don't present, then it will
Ma'am,
present.
this is left.
Now can you hear me?
This is left. Left. This is left.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No.
Who has left? Okay, you can hear me. Can you see my slide? Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
No,
Then
ma'am.
start reading.
Then gone.
The ones who can read the slide can start
Ma'am,
reading
not
better.
coming.
Hello?
Not coming.
Please read the slide.
Okay, ma'am. Fragmentation. Examples. Spirog. Ma'am, yeah, what is this?
Spyro,
Ma'am, your voice is broken. Your voice is breaking.
Spyrogyra.
Yes, ma'am. Spirogyra. In this method, the plant
Breaking,
breaks up
breaking. It
into
will come. Spyrogyra.
spirogyra.
Even your voice is breaking. Spyrogyra.
Okay,
Yes.
spirogyra. In this method, the plant breaks up into two or more fragments, and each fragment grow into new plants.
So what you see over here, the plant breaks up. See, this is the plant. From here it breaks up and forms one and two plants. You got it? You got new plants. So this is called as fragmentation. So there are again, if it how many breaks? If it breaks from here, then it breaks from here. More it breaks, you get one, two, and three pieces. You get three plants. You understand? So the number of fragments, the number of plants. Any problem? Any problem, beta?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll see spore formation. Please read. Please read.
Ma'am, you
Hello.
are choking.
Yeah. Now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Start reading.
Okay, ma'am. Spore formation. Example fungus, fern, etc. In this method, the fungus produce spores. The spores ger- germinate,
Germinate.
germinate, germinate and produce new plants.
You understand this? The fungus that you get on bread, remember that mucofungus, that blue color fungus? This is what you get. Now here it produces spores. You see over here, the sporangium is full of spores. And see, it bursts and the spores are liberated. Can you see the spores over here? Now this spore will germinate and again will form the whole thing. You understood? You understand? Now this spore will germinate and it will form the whole structure like this. And thus it multiplies with the means of spores. This you get in fungus. What you observe as blue black colored when your bread gets decayed, you get
Ma'am, in
the
our
growth
school
of
I have
fungus.
seen this.
Yes, better?
In our school I have seen this fungus.
Yes, yes, okay. So all of you have understood regarding this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, better? Okay, all of
Yes,
you have
yes,
understood this asexual reproduction?
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Yes,
Asexual
ma'am.
reproduction tomorrow,
Okay,
okay?
ma'am. Okay.
Okay, bye. Okay,
Okay,
bye,
ma'am.
beta.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye bye.